This week, join me on a journey I have been itching to take you on. It's the journey from the industrial town of Durgapur to my home city, the city of joy, Kolkata. Tanked up and ready for the road, I was all set to plunge myself into exploring yet another state. This time, it was West Bengal, India's cultural heartland and the cradle of the Indian Renaissance. My journey of 169 kilometers kick-started at the industrial township of Durgapur. Driving down one of the most famous roads of India, I explored Bengal's highway culture across interesting towns like Bardhaman, before reaching a destination I like to call home, Kolkata. My entire road trip unfolded on the National Highway 2 and the National Highway 6, the highways that connect both cities. For a regular tourist, Durgapur has not much to offer. But that doesn't take away from the fact that this area is home to some of the largest industrial plants in the country. Located on the bank of the Damodar River, Durgapur is popularly known as the Steel City of Eastern India, with two major steel plants to its kitty. Now, the perks of starting out in a relatively small town is you can cut straight to the chase and get on the road. With a car like my ML250 and a highway as iconic as the NH2, this is just what I needed. The National Highway 2, which I'm driving on right now, is also known as the GT Road or the Grand Trunk Road. It stretches from Kolkata all the way up to Peshawar in Pakistan. This historic road that was built by Sher Shah Suri was the same road on which countless armies travelled to and fro to conquer different kingdoms. While it may not be used to conquer kingdoms anymore, this highway, also known as the Durgapur Expressway, continues to be an important trade route. The roads were in an average condition and there was quite a bit of traffic. Luckily, the highway was 4-lane, which kept the vehicles moving. I'm going to be passing through the first major town on my journey called Bardhaman. During the Mughal era, it was called Bard-e-Diwan, which meant the district capital, and that's how it got its name. For a small town, Bardhaman or Bardhaman has an impressive amount of energy and liveliness. It was once ruled by the Maharajas who worked with the British. In fact, remnants of the British rule can be seen scattered across the city even today. Now it's criminal to come to Bengal and not taste Bengali sweets. And luckily for me, there are a couple of traditional Bengali sweets that are available just on this stretch of the highway. The real magic of West Bengal's highways lay on the outskirts of Bardhaman as I drove towards Shaktigarh. The road was lined with eateries selling 3 trademark dishes of this region: Mihidana, Sita Bhog and Langcha, all available right there by the highway. As it began to rain, I decided it was a perfect time to pull over. अच्छा, ये सारे मिठाई की दुकानें हाईवे पे ही क्यों है? बर्धमान और शक्तिगढ़ के बीच में जो रास्ता है उस पे क्यों है? अंदर सिटी में क्यों नहीं है?
इसलिए क्योंकि वहाँ कस्टमर पहुँच नहीं सकते।
वहाँ कस्टमर पहुँच
नहीं सकते।
अच्छा।
इसलिए
तो हमारे जैसे ट्रैवलर्स के लिए बना है।
उससे सारा दुकान यहाँ हाईवे पर लगाया है।
वेरी गुड। तो ये मिठाई है? हाँ,
मिठाई है।
ये बिरयानी की तरह क्यों लगता है फिर?
ये सीताभोग है।
सीताभोग?
हाँ, छाना से बनाया है, लेकिन देखता है बिरयानी की तरह, यह शादी जैसा मिठाई की तरह।
अच्छा, इंटरेस्टिंग, मैं ट्राई कर सकती हूँ?
हाँ यस।
It is interesting indeed. It does look like biryani with mutton pieces on it, but it's sweet in every way. Quite tasty, बहुत tasty है। ये क्या है? ये और ये सेम लगता है लेकिन कलर डिफरेंट है।
कलर डिफरेंट नहीं, पूरा माल ही अलग है।
पूरा माल ही अलग है।
ये मीदाना है।
मीदाना?
हाँ।
कैसे बनता है ये?
ये बनता है बेसन और चीनी से। बेसन।
अच्छा।
हाँ।
It tastes like laddu, but it's not. It melts in your mouth, and these two sweets that I've tasted, the best part about both of them is it's not too sweet, so you can eat like a lot of it. ये क्या है? ये बहुत अलग लगता है, मैंने कभी देखा नहीं।
ये लैंचा है।
लैंचा?
लैंचा।
कैसे बनता है? क्या टेस्ट है? क्या जाता है इसमें?
ये भी छाना से बनता है। हाँ, देखता है गुलाब जामुन जैसा, लेकिन इसका ऊपर थोड़ा हार्ड है, लेकिन भीतर और अंदर, हाँ अंदर बहुत सॉफ्ट है। खा लीजिए।
ट्राई करवाइए।
चावल से।
My third sweet for the day, langcha. Let's see what it tastes like. He's right. It doesn't only look like a gulab jamun, it also tastes like a gulab jamun, but it's longer. It's soft from the inside, and I think they fried it a little more on the outside. ये बाहर से fry किया हुआ है ना थोड़ा सा. So it's a really different sweet, but superb. All three. I thought that was going to be sweeter than the rest, considering the syrup that it has, but it's just right. अब मेरे लिए ना मिहिदाना पैक कर दीजिए.
ठीक है.
West Bengal has ruled the roost in the desert department for centuries, and this highway snack, as I'd like to call it, lived up to the state's reputation. Having satisfied my sweet tooth, I was good to get behind the wheel again. With every passing kilometer, the view got better and better. Funny how I practically grew up in Kolkata and yet never taken a road trip to the countryside. This definitely felt much better than jetting around in a plane. As the beautiful scenery played out in front of me, I knew I was homeward bound. On the highway, I hit the Dankuni toll plaza on the NH2, which has 12 terminals and charges a toll fee of 40 rupees. I'm passing through the town of Dankuni, which is where the NH2 ends, and I'm now getting on to the NH6, which will take me straight to Kolkata. A few kilometers later, in the fading evening light, I entered my destination, Kolkata. For beginners, the city can overpower your ears with the incessant honking and constant bustle. But one glance at Kolkata and you know the city has an infectious charm and distinct character. I had a long day on the road and decided to retire for the night because I knew tomorrow was going to be an action-packed day. Coming up on Follow the Star, I soak up the culture and cuisine of Kolkata, and being a Kolkatan myself, take you to some of the lesser known places in the city.